All right. Good morning, everyone. We'll be starting in just a second. One second, folks. One second. All right. There we go. Perfect. Let me just get this link here. Put this in here. And we'll be good to go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Share my screen with you. Let's get the All right. All right. Let me just get everything going on here for a second, folks. It'll just take a second. I don't know why everything shut off, but it did. But it only takes a second for me to get it up. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a nice morning. Just give me 1 second. Got crude oil. Never closes up on me, but I guess everything happens at one time or another. Good morning, everybody. Guess I'm a few minutes early today, so it's all good. Nearby. Got VIX. Right here we got China. We got US dollar. Here we go. Never happens to me, but I guess today it just decided to close up on me. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in literally like 10 seconds, okay? Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All my goodies closed up on me before I started. Don't know what happened there, but here we are. Let's get that. Let's get that. Put the bond market here. We'll get the put to call ratio here, and we're done. All right. All right. Here we go. So you guys get to see everything I do in real time. All right. Perfect. Gold volatility. We got China. I think we're missing a few things. We're missing Bitcoin futures. And you see, you guys can actually see how I set everything up. If you want to rewind this video later, you can watch. All right, let's say hello to everybody. We got DV Texas, Piet de Brock. Good morning, Julio, Michael. It looks different. For some reason, all of the fans, you guys have like an @ sign. It's really strange. Look at this. @ Good morning, everybody. It's like giving me your username. Really, really strange. I've never seen it like that before. But good morning, everybody. We got Ray. We got, let me see, maybe, I don't know why it does that. Here, I'm going to refresh this. Let's see if it changes it on me. Nope, pretty much the same thing. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We got David. We got Krishna. We got Barry. We got Steve. We got JBA. We got Tom. We got Doug, Mary, Jeff, Brian, Gregory. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Karen. For some reason, it's giving me your uh, usernames. It's not giving me your name. Steve, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's really strange. It's really weird. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. We got Scotty. We got Ray. We got John, Brian, Cam, James, Jason, Tony, Henry. Convention updated. Yeah, that's really weird. Weird. Huh. We got Linda, Armando. So if I'm not saying your names, I apologize. It's really strange. Really strange. It's giving me YouTube. Yeah, it's weird. But good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Let's get into all of this, all of the good stuff right now. Let me just switch this. All right. And sorry, I'm a little, it's weird. Like all of your names look different. Hey, Ralph and Sherman and Debbie and Richard. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. I tried to come in a few minutes early, but I guess that didn't work out. Okay, let's talk about the market, all right? Sorry, folks, a little odd. I'm seeing like @ signs everywhere on YouTube, so I can't greet you properly, but good morning and happy Friday, everybody. My wife has finally left me. She's in Orlando with my daughter and my son and his girlfriend. They're at the amusement parks. They're having fun, and I'm here alone with you, and I like it. I like it. Clyde was very happy about Intel this morning. I don't know if you saw Clyde. He was very, very happy. There's Mia, excuse me, not Clyde. That was Mia. She's very, very happy about Intel this morning. And let's get into the analysis, okay? You're seeing it too. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like it's giving you guys, I don't know. I don't know what's that's up, but I can't see your names clearly. It's really strange. Eagle Beagle, I see like little comments, but good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome. So the markets are doing very, very nice this morning. Thank you, Intel. Nice little catalyst. This is really good for the market, and it's good for the market structure. Let's see what bonds are doing. I was trying to open up everything early today, and I ended up being late. That's great. No good deed goes unpunished. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the YouTube is all messed up. Good morning, everybody, and greetings. And I'm going to be, it's Friday. I'm wearing my Master Blaster of Disaster shirt. All right, we're at the 8-day EMA on the bond market. We've been coming off for about 3 days now. This is not all that great for the market, but we're still above this line. So we're still in a deflationary mode, and I'm looking for a little upside. I'd like to see it trade back above 91.82, okay? Me too. I'm very excited to have you too, Rock. December, gold. What is the gold market doing? The gold market is just hovering around this bar, kind of doing what AbbVie's doing, nothing, just covering here. But I like how it's making these lows. I don't want to go ahead and I don't want to shift this line lower because it is still touching it, but I want to see gold get back above this line. So basically, we want to see gold above 41.81, 40, like right above this bar right here. We haven't seen that yet. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Crude oil is coming up again. This is okay. We don't mind this, but we are now reaching above the 50-day moving average. If we reach above 50, the next level is going to be the 100-day. But for now, this is offering some support. Okay. So let's see if this resistance becomes support. We're right on this line. If crude oil starts coming back up, I predict it's going to come right up to the 100-day moving average, and we'll see what happens afterwards. But I wouldn't throw this baby out of the bathwater. And I mentioned that to you. I don't think this rally's going to come. I don't think this. Remember right here, I told you that we have too many wicks. It was about 3 days ago, beginning of the week. I said we have too many wicks. We don't have high volume here. It looks like it's going to turn around, come back up here, and then we'll see what it happens. And then we saw what happened. So up to here, we didn't really have any clarity because we were right at the 8-day and 15-day EMA. But right here, we're beyond clarity um, because we're right here. We have the 50 days. So we're now looking to see if whether we're going to go back to neutral levels. Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit about real quick before we continue. Here's the link for today's VIP room. Here's the link for today's VIP room. I'll talk about crude oil in a minute. Good morning, Infinitely. And here's the link for Customer Service Live. And today in the VIP room, we're going to talk about my top stocks. I'm going to do an action plan for next week. I'm going to review. A lot of folks have been asking me to review implied volatility and those intraday levels. So I'm going to do that again today. I'm going to give you my favorite spreads for next week, and I'll give you my top stocks. So top stocks, top options, top spreads, implied volatility review of intraday price levels that I give you every day here, and analysis of action plan for next week. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about small caps and make a major announcement for tomorrow. Okay. We're going to major announcement. All right. Let me see something here. Yeah. Remember tomorrow, folks, we're having a tomorrow members only meeting. Okay. It's happening tomorrow. It's a members only meeting. And, your links, you guys will get emails to that, but it's going to be a huge event. Okay. Tomorrow at noon, you don't want to miss out. It's going to be for members only. It's going to be a huge event. The last thing you want to do is miss out on it. Okay. And then Cam is going to have Customer Service Live. And today he's going to talk about swing trading strategies, including multi-time frame analysis. Perfect. That's great, man. That is fantastic. I love it, Raleigh. I mean, why do I call you Raleigh now? Cam. First, I called Cam Raleigh. Now I'm calling Raleigh Cam. I just can't help myself. Okay. So crude oil looks like it could be coming up to the 65 level. China. What is China doing? Let's look at China. Yeah, Adam, Eagle Beagle, what can I do about it? You know what I'm saying? Right here, we have China. China's still moving ahead. China's still moving forward, recovering fairly well. I mean, it's not this is not a perfect area, and this price action is god awful. I mean, this is awful price action, but we're moving in the right direction. Bitcoin is starting to turn. It looks like it wants to go higher. We're going to take a loss on the bonus trade that I gave you earlier this week in the pit on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not getting us, it's not going to give us enough time. The options expire this week, and it's not going to give us enough time to recover. So those are not going to make us any money. I thought this was going to be a reversal coming in here, but we just came right off. So that's not going to work. There are replays available for the tomorrow's event. I'm not sure. I am not sure. So let's see. Talked about bonds. We talked about gold. We talked about crude oil. We talked about China. We talked about Bitcoin. All right, let's now talk about catalysts. What are our catalysts? Does anybody have catalysts? And by the way, we have some Fed data today. We actually have the CPI report that was delayed from the 15th. That's going to be coming out in a little bit. Let's look at the bond market. I have the bond market up, so we will see how that goes. We got a little time for that to happen. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. So we do have some Fed data today. We have new home sales, we have consumer sentiment, and we are going to have a CPI today. Okay. When will the shutdown end? Why don't you ask our president? Do I look like? Do I look like I work for the White House? Come on, guys. All right. Catalysts. Richard, Matt is coming in hot. Richard is coming in hot. Let's see. Consumer, healthcare, chips, industrial, mega caps, and consumer discretionary. Let's see. Fed data, chips, tech, auto, consumer discretionary, debt, consumer staples, healthcare, industrial. Matt, you looks like you got it all. Good morning, Gabriel. Good morning, John. Good morning, Richard. Fed data, chips. No. Yeah, you got most of them. Most of them look good. Fed data, consumer, non-durable, healthcare, aerospace, industry, semiconductor. You forgot mags, but yeah. All right. Yeah. So those are the catalysts. Gold. Somebody's asking me about gold. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is right now right at this level. And so far, it's doing a pretty good job of supporting this area, and it's made a higher high here. What we need to see is we need to see gold. And I've already said this before, but I'll say it again. Right here, 4,190, 4,180. Let me ask you guys a question. I want to ask you guys an interesting question. I talked about China already. I've mentioned this already. You're asking me questions that I've already answered. Just rewind the video. But I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you, if you think that the government shutdown has an impact or will impact the stock market, put yes. And if you don't think the government shutdown will have any impact on the stock market or the economy in the long term, put no. So if you think this is really bad for our stock market and the economy, put yes. And if you think that it makes no difference whatsoever, put no. So I want to see how many of you think that the government shutdown is going to have. I'm just curious. How many of you think that the government shutdown, how many of you think the government shutdown will have an impact on the market? And how many of you do not? I'm just curious. Okay, let's see. Interesting. About 60% yes and about 40% no. Okay, yes, probably not long term. No. At some point it could. No. It's about 50-50. Okay. Well, do you guys want to hear my perspective? It's not going to have any impact on the stock market at all. Zero. Not even 1/10 of 1%. Okay. All right. That's just my 5 cents. Because I think if it would, it already would. Statistically, government shutdowns do not have any impact on the market. Well, they have a good impact on the market. Okay. So let's talk about everything we need to discuss today. Okay. All right. It's not going to have any impact on the market, folks. Just focus on price action. Just focus on price action. Okay. Investors are looking ahead to the release of the U.S. inflation data for clues on the health of the economy and Federal Reserve's path. Some positive corporate news is supporting U.S. equity futures, like Intel having really good earnings, Ford having good earnings. White House confirmed on Thursday that President Trump will meet Chinese Xi next week on sidelines of the Asian Pacific Economic Corporate Summit. This is a time spread, a bonus time spread I gave you was the highest winner yesterday. That's not what we want to see. Folks, if you have this time spread in the pit, if we don't see a downtick today, you got to close this spread out because your short will be exercised. I'll post another update, but we got to post this. We're going to have to close this trade out. It's actually, I think, it's actually our first time spread that's not working out in quite a while, but we're going to have to close this trade out. It's a bonus trade. Crude oil rose more than 5%, API rising 7. Crude oil, we already know why crude oil is rising. We're seeing it right here. It's looking pretty good, actually. Honeywell advanced more than 6%, was top on the NASDAQ. Healthcare did not do well yesterday. Existing home sales rose to a 7-month high. That's very strong. Economy is still very strong. Yeah, everything's been working just fine without the government. It's all good. Hey, Wesley, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, let's see. If the economy data was really good, don't you think Donald Trump would have heaven and earth to get the data published? I don't know. All right, U.S. consumer inflation report, which is set to be released in a couple of hours. We're going to have this report in about 7 minutes. It'll be an interesting report. Department of Labor has recalled limited number of employees to release this report. This is going to be a delayed report, and I don't know what it's going to show. One thing I will tell you, that the market's been having a little bit more choppiness as a result of the government being closed, but that's just short-term stuff. That's not long-term. U.S. core CPI is expected to be 3.1, showing us that we did not make any change from a year ago. Roger, inflation is going down. Inflation is going down. Really? Well, why is the expectation exactly what it was a year ago? I love how people argue numbers, right? Do you guys see that? No change from a year ago, right? No change from a year ago. Okay. We are going to be lowering rates twice this year. Preliminary U.S. Purchase Manager Survey, expecting October manufacturing numbers. All that is going to be coming out. Consumer sentiment is going to be coming out. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I can't call you by your names and I can't greet you because it's not giving me your names. It's giving me like your username for YouTube or something, which is really weird. But you guys know, I mean, we're all here. We're all friends here. Government shutdown has now entered its 24th day. No clear sign of compromise. I guess the whole thing that Hassett said about talking to Senate or the House about closing this week, I guess it was just a rumor or whatnot. Europe is down just a hair, erasing earlier gains. Mixed earnings caution ahead of U.S. inflation data. Utility real estate stocks underperformed on Friday. Tech stocks climb, tracking tech rally on Wall Street. I am seeing some positive stuff for technology today on Wall Street. So that's looking pretty good. China closed higher, hit a 10-year high today. Renewed focus on technology and self-reliance at a major political meeting, and confirmation of a Trump-Z meeting bolstered sentiment. Semiconductors, AI-related stocks jumped. That is a catalyst, folks. That is a catalyst. We're going to have a CPI, but the CPI is going to be delayed. It's going to be from the 15th. And I think the majority of that is already priced into this market. Okay. All right, let's talk here. Japan closed higher today, tracking overnight gains in Wall Street. Technology stocks outperformed on Friday. The broad rally was supported by White House announcement that President will meet Xi in South Korea next Thursday. I hope that he doesn't change his mind. And we know that he also decided to stop negotiating with sorry about that, Stacy. I don't know what's going on with Google today. I just don't know what's going on today. Real name, account names. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not doing this. This is Google. And also Trump, and I don't know much about this, but I heard something overnight about him. Are they even talking about that here? Not doing business with, not being friends with Canada anymore. Like, what has Canada done to us, right? Nothing. I don't see it here, but I thought I did. But he's talking about, what do you guys know why? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why Canada? I mean, what happened? Like, what all of a sudden happened with Canada? I don't know. But if you guys know what happened with Canada, please let me know. I'm curious. Something about commercial advertising, something like that. I don't want to make stuff up. So if you guys know what it is, please let me know so I know. Okay. Okay. Again, inflation report coming out in just a few minutes. Went through this already. Everything, the global markets are doing well. Intel is doing well. Ford is doing well. Google, pre-market, mags. You guys remember I was telling you about Hoka shoes about a year ago? How they were my wife's favorite shoes, and I was telling you how their sales are not going to be so well because people are finding out that as good as Hoka's feel, they last 3 times less than any of her other shoes, and she runs every day, and she's had to get rid of all of her Hokas. So they have a very high replacement cost, and that's not a good thing. And people are writing about that on the internet now, and it's now impacting them. Now, that wasn't something that wasn't a tradable advice, but I always look at things that I'm aware of, so I'm always letting you know what's going on. So I was really big on this company and I love their shoes because I don't run. And if you don't run, these are the best shoes. But if you run, they'll be bald in like 3 months, 2 months. So there's an ad going around, TV promoting candidate states that tariffs hurt us and has from previous presidents stating that. Okay, they're running commercials with Reagan that in tariffs and Supreme Court ruling believing with Reagan not believing in tariffs with the Supreme Court ruling. Oh, I got to check this out. And commercial on U.S. showing Ronald Reagan commenting on why tariffs is not a good. Really? Wow. Interesting. I was by the way I was a very big Reagan fan. Uh, Ronald Reagan, and I don't believe in tariffs either, but that's not here nor there. Um, Speaks about tariffs. Really? That'll be now. What's the point of that? From the 80s? Wow. Whew, I'm gonna have to check this commercial out. Anyways, we'll see. That's interesting, but I'm not really seeing it impact the market. I'm a big fan of Canada, so I don't want to have any problems with that. I haven't seen this commercial. I have not seen this commercial. I'm not going to comment on this commercial. I have no idea what's going on. I just think it's interesting what you guys are. They misused his words. I got it. Oh, they made AI to make the commercial. Oh, I got to see this. I'm in for a treat after we're done here. See, I learned a lot of my stuff from you guys. Trump is pissed. I got it. Okay, well, all right. He's always pissed at somebody. Um, Okay, let's now talk about momentum levels. Okay, implied volatility. Let's get into the market, folks. I have plenty of time and I want to talk to you guys about the market. I'm not trying to get political here. I'm not trying to be tough. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm just trying to learn what happened with Canada. So please don't blow up on me because I'm learning this for the first time from you guys. So I got to see the commercial. I got to see the commercial. Market popping higher. They're not kissing his butt. No, they're not kissing his butt. I live in Ontario, has recently lost a lot of automotive jobs due to the tariffs. Reagan people are pissed off too. Reagan did say that this in a live interview, making a rip on CPI. Well, we'll see. This is interesting. Well, let's see. Microsoft likes this CPI report. I'll tell you that. Let's see what the bond market's doing. Oh, the bond market is looking beautiful right now. This is very nice. And the stock market is looking beautiful right now. Now, you probably don't remember because a lot of you have selective memories. But do you remember me sitting yesterday giving you a nice little lecture about this in the morning and in the afternoon? And what did Uncle Roger say about this? Let's see if you guys actually remember not what Ronald Reagan said, but what I said yesterday. Let's see if anybody remembers what I said about this. I said something if VIX does, I said if VIX does something and if you're going to see something here. Now, can anybody say what I said about this? Let's forget about Reagan. He's dead. By the way, my wife was not my wife. My mother was friends with Nancy. She was the sweetest lady in the world. I'll tell you some funny stories about Nancy. I'll tell you some funny stories about Nancy in the VIP session. But she was the nicest lady in the world. The nicest lady in the world. His wife. Just got some Hokas for walking. They're great for walking. Just don't go running in them. So what did I tell you about this yesterday? Come on, guys. I drew this for you. I told you something yesterday. What was it? Do you guys remember? Forget about Reagan. He's dead. Do you guys remember what I said about this? Do you guys remember what I said about it, Kirk? I said something very specific yesterday. I drew this for you yesterday, and I said something very specific. Do you guys remember? Remember this box I drew for you yesterday? And I said I want to see the low of the bar above this box. Do you see the low above this box? I do. I sure do. Woo. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like this move. So we have a breakout. We have a breakout out of the box. We finally have a trend day. Remember, I told you yesterday we're not going to get any momentum, no momentum, no momentum. We need to break out of the box. Well, look what volatility is doing. Remember, I said once we break this level right here, we're going to break out of the box in order for us to go higher. We're just going to wait and see mode right now. Do you guys remember any of this? I don't even. Sorry for bringing up this Reagan, folks. Let's move on. I didn't know anything about it. First time I heard it. You guys gave me the information. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. All right. Do you guys? So volatility broke down, right? Okay. Woo. The bond man. Look at the bond market. The bond market is now back above the 8-day EMA. Very nicely. Touch the 8-day, now back above it. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. VIX is below this level. Okay, just want to make sure you guys remember. I want to make sure you guys remember this. Okay. VIX coming down. Remember I said VIX needs to come down below this area. It's coming down. And bond market is rallying hard. Let's see. Bond market is coming off nicely. QQQ is out of this range. Look. Out of this range right here. SMH, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Mwah. All right, but let's see if there's something behind this market, should we? Actually, let's see what the CPI is. Hopefully CPI is better than it was a year ago. That would tell us inflation's getting better. Let's see. Yes, yes, folks, it's better. It's better. They were expecting worse than a year ago. They got worse than a year ago, but better than expected. And ex-food and energy is making progress. So Trump can actually say, in theory, in principle, he can actually say that core CPI is getting better. And this is really what we're looking at. So see, so regular CPI did worse than a year ago, but better than expected. And core CPI did better than expected and better than a year ago. That's pretty, I mean, I'll take it. It's moving in the right direction. Oh, we're going to have we're having two rate cuts. But this is good. The Fed and Trump can say with a straight face, they could say that, hey, we are making some improvement on the on inflation. Because I mean it's between you and me, it's hardly any improvement, but it is, right? 3 is better than 3.1. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying here. I'm trying. I mean, it's not a great improvement, but it's better. The market's loving it. I love this. I love this. This is great. This is really good. This is really good. Look at this bar on bonds. That's beautiful. That's very, very nice. So inflation is still there. Inflation sucks, but this is really great news for us. Okay, but we're not done with our analysis yet. We're not done with our analysis yet. Let's keep going. How is the put to call ratio looking? Just like it did yesterday. Remember, I told you there's nobody really going and the reason why I don't show you the put to call ratio every day is because most of the time it's not here or here. So if you don't see me talking about it every day, because there's nothing to show you. This is just noise. The only time I care about it is if it goes up here or if it goes down here. Okay? All right. All right. All right. Folks, let's stick to the topic. All right. All right. Now let's hopefully the rest of the Fed data is bullish today, but this is really good. This is really, really good. I like this. I like this. Okay. We're making a step in the right direction here. We got to check momentum. So first, let's see, do we have clarity? Do we have any directional clarity yet? I'd be surprised if we do. We have none. Look at this. Energy, healthcare, defensive, speculative, somewhat speculative, Bitcoin is coming up, QQQ is coming up, but look where technology is. Look where communications is. Look where semiconductors is. Look where Russell is. So hopefully by midday today, all of these will come up here. And you know who's going to be watching it very, very, very carefully? Me, and reporting about it. So as of right now, we have no clarity. I mean, look, whenever you see consumer discretionary next to energy and healthcare, you know there's nothing going on. And whenever you see technology next to blue chips, there's nothing going on. Communication technologies on this side of the look, semiconductors, Russell, communication, technology, all of this should be here. It's not. So we need to get out of that. Hopefully that'll happen today. But this is a step in the right direction. Okay. This is a step in the right direction. Clyde will be happy about this. All right. Clyde will be happy about this. Let me see what Clyde is doing right now. Yeah, he's happy right now. Okay, let's look to see if we have momentum. Remember how we had no momentum yesterday? Hey, look at this. 93. Where were we yesterday? 31 yesterday? And you guys were expecting a breakout? Remember I told you we're going to stay in this box. Remember yesterday? No momentum. I have pictures, I have proof to the look at momentum. Today 53, yesterday 29. Look at momentum, 62, not a lot. Yesterday 35. How about the Big Daddy? Wow, we have liftoff. We have over 100. Look at yesterday, 50. So yes, we actually have some directional momentum to the upside today. Some, not a lot, but I'll take 93 instead of 31 any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay? I'll take this number 93 to 31 anytime. And I'll take 132 versus 50. This was yesterday, 50. Do you remember I told you we're going to stay in this? Here, let me refresh your memory. I told you we're going to stay in this box. We're going to stay in this box right here till this number starts getting above 100. Does anybody not remember me saying this? Does anybody not remember me saying that? I said it yesterday. It was 24 hours ago. And guess what? We now have some momentum to the upside. Not a lot, but we got something to work with today. Now, what we need to see is we need to make sure that we have some point today that communication, technology, QQQ, they all start coming up here. We need semiconductors. We need them to come up here because this is a mixed bag. And I'll be watching the bond market very, very, very closely today. Very, very, very closely today. Let's see, bond market is still looking good. It's going to cool off a little bit, but this is good. This is definitely a step in the right direction. You like Clyde's wardrobe, Mary? Oh, let's see. Look how happy Clyde is about Intel earnings. He's reading about Intel. He's happy. He's watching Intel stock. He's reading Money Magazine. He's drinking whiskey, and he's got a cigar here. That's Mia, by the way. You guys like that? All right, let's go into levels, okay? Let's go into levels. I have too much fun with you guys. That's the problem. Too much fun with you guys. Let's go levels. Too much fun with you guys. Wish I could just hang out with you guys all day long here. You like me? That was funny, right? I thought those pictures would get on your nerves after a while, but people keep telling me that they absolutely love them and to keep doing it, that it makes them happy and it brightens their day. So I'm going to keep doing it. My wife says you guys are going to get sick of those pictures for me to not do it anymore, but I'll I'm still going to do it for a while. Okay, there we go. You love the pet pics, huh? Good. All right. I do too. I love the cat pics. Okay. Look at this bar right here. Whew, it's a nice bar. Otherwise, pretty tight range. Okay, let's give you guys this. She's funny. It's relaxing, when you guys are stressed out. They say that pet pictures are relaxing. That's why I'm doing it. Bring a little joy into your life. All right, that's the spy levels. Let's give you QQQ levels. Clara away. Keeps Clara away. Clara? I think you mean Carla. I'm not sure. Just add our bank account to you, add joy to our heart. You don't just add to our. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. I got the dog pictures too. Dog pictures will come. All right. QQQ. I got plenty of dog pictures. I posted Harry yesterday morning for you guys. Keep in mind, I have 4 cats and 4 dogs. So I got a lot to work with. I've got a lot to work with. I could never run out of pictures. Okay. All right. Those are my levels. I just post these for you guys in the Telegram channel, okay? Oh, my dogs are going crazy again. Thank God. Thank God I have a soundproof door. If you guys could only hear what I'm hearing right now, I'm hearing 4 dogs doing this right now. Oh, 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 all 4 dogs doing that right now. It's mind numbing. I'm so glad you guys can't hear anything. You like the hairy pics? Good, good, good. You like the Clyde Wizard? Good, good. I'll keep posting different pictures. Um, let's see. Mags. Let's do mags. Let's erase these levels. Notice we had no overnight action here. Look at this. And then boom. Okay, there's that. There's that. There's that. And right there. Okay, let me give you these levels for the mags. I'm hoping that you guys are finding these useful, and I'll do a little review, a brief review today. Those are the mag levels. Let's do SMH levels, shall we? I think that's it. delete this. Delete that. Delete that. Okay. All right. Let me draw these. Let me give these. So I really do like what I'm seeing today. I told you all week I really like this. I like the market. I'm not seeing any downside move. All I saw was wide choppiness, and I was right. Um, that doesn't happen very often. Some edge levels. And now we're breaking out, and we never broke, and you could see right here, we never broke the 8-day. See that? But this is untradeable action right here. This is very hard to trade right here. Now we got some movement here. Hopefully we'll see some more upside as a result. Okay. So now let's go to the bond market. Would you buy an index this morning on this breakout? No, I would not. I would wait for a confirmation, and I wouldn't do anything for the first hour. And also, I don't think you need to buy an index. I think you can. I mean, I don't know if you're day trading, yes, but buying indexes on Friday is not the best idea. Fridays are the oddest day are the most difficult days of the week to trade. By far. Our only losing day of the week in the trading zone is Friday. So far, it's Friday. Okay. We have winners every day of the week, except Friday. We consistently lose money day trading the SPY. Friday is a very. I'll talk about all of this in a minute. I haven't done my analysis. I'm just giving you data right now. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at, all that stuff. I think you'd be better off buying strong stocks today. Like Microsoft is looking really good, or at least it did a few minutes ago. I know somebody who owns some actually. About $1.50, about 50 cents below this level, 30 cents below this level. There's a lot of good stocks. I wouldn't be doing indexes right now. There's a lot better ways to trade. Now, if you're day trading, indexes are great, but that's a whole different world. Dow Jones, let me give you Dow Jones levels. And folks, remember, tomorrow I'm doing a very, 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 very special presentation for members only. If you're not a member, you ain't going to be there. I'm going to do something very nice for you tomorrow. Something very nice for you tomorrow. At noon. High noon. Please don't miss out. It's going to be fantastic. High noon. Keep an eye on your inbox. Okay. Dow Jones levels. And let me give you Russell 2000, okay? Yes, levels are plotted on a 5-minute chart, and they have nothing to do with daily charts. And don't get confused on me. All right. Thanks for that, Cam. I appreciate it. Also, folks, here's the link. For my VIP room. Let me just give you some information here. And let me give you a link to Customer Service Live, where Cam will be talking about swing trading and using A-lines today, which will be fantastic. Oops. And here's the link for Customer Service Live. And my agenda today is top stocks, top options, top spreads, implied volatility review, intraday level review, and my action game plan for next week. And I think you guys really want to be there. You guys really want to, trust me, you really want to be there. I've already revisited gold twice, Ralph. Twice is enough. Also, I forgot to mention, if you guys, I've been thrown away by the names of everybody here, that your names all look different. Please, 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 if you're watching, make sure you're watching at 1080p. And please give us one thumbs up if you guys are getting value out of this, okay? Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about top stocks. Let me just take a quick look and see what the SPY's doing. SPY's holding on to this. I like this. I like this. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me give you my top stocks. And then we'll do the small. Actually, let's do the small caps, and then I'll give you my top stocks, okay? Full service. You guys get full service here. Okay, let's go take a look. If there's a stock you guys want me to take a look at, please make sure that there's a reason for me to look at it. Don't just throw stocks out. If you start throwing stocks out, I'm gonna delete you out of this room faster than you could say who's your daddy, okay? Okay. That's a little too expensive for our taste. Okay. NEUP. $7. NRXS. $6. WGRX. Above 115. ADTX. Above 50 cents. VIOT. Above 425. Okay, that's it. Let me write them down for you guys, okay? You want me to look at NRXX? Yeah, I already wrote that one. All right, I'll write them for you. I gave you W levels. I thought I gave you IW levels. Hold on. Huh, I guess I never posted them. I'll post them in a minute. That's weird. I usually give them to you right away. Sorry about that. So let me give you these small caps and I'll give you those levels. Oh, Naples fan already wrote them for you. Let me just make sure it's correct. So let's see. Viat 425, NEVP, NRX, WGRX. Yep, he's got it all. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let me go to IWM. Let me give you these levels. Sorry about that. I thought I did give you these levels. It's Friday. It's Friday. Just not much here today. All right. Let me give you these. All right. All right. So you have your small caps. Yeah, what I don't want you guys doing is anything the first half hour, an hour of the day. I want to see if this thing holds. Okay. And I'll give you instructions in a few minutes. NUP. This is the symbol right here. NEUP. NEUP. Not NEPU. NEUP. Thank you. All right. Now let's talk about stocks that I'm looking at for today. I'm looking at Trex to the short side, although I probably won't be trading anything to the short side today, but you never know. Alaskan Airlines. Folks, I'm not screening this for earnings. Thanks, Bob. I don't have to go anywhere today. The computer's, the internet's still not working at the office. Nomad. That's a nice looking trend right there. Clorox. Nothing changed. CHH, Choice Hotels. Z-Lab. You want me to look at NVIDIA? Okay, I'll look at NVIDIA. Just let me finish this. Z-Lab, Charter. It's nice looking stock. Now let's look at the long side. APA. Look above this level. It's very nice. VSAT. I'll look at NVIDIA in a minute, Ruth. Just give me a second. I'll look at it. Nice breakout there. VRT. Shopify. Elan, ELAN. Elanco Animal Health looks really good. Snow looks really good. Flex looks really good. INCY looks really good. CLS looks really good. Looks really good. A little overextended, but looks really good here. Okay, you want me to look at Dell? Yeah, just sitting at the 50-day. If it looks like it wants to kind of just chop around here, which is okay. If it starts breaking this trend right here, here, look. Whoops, sorry about that. Here's this. Okay. If it stays in this channel, it's still kosher. If it starts breaking out of this channel, like really breaking out, then it's no good. What I'm hoping for is it's just going to ride this channel back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And NVIDIA, you want me to look at NVIDIA? I'll look at NVIDIA. I'll talk about all of my lists and everything. NVIDIA is actually looking pretty here. I like NVIDIA. What I would like to see in from NVIDIA here, let me show you. You get no soup on Nvidia till we're clear 185.16. 185.16. Okay? All right. Okay, so I'm going to answer some questions. Mark, you said 6 requests. I give up. What is your request? I don't know what you're asking me for, Mark. Let's see what Mark is asking. I don't know where your requests are. I don't see them here. Mark says, who's your D? What? I don't know what your question is, Mark. If you guys have a question, let me know. So all of the large cap stocks I'm giving you guys, all the large cap stocks that I'm giving you right now, those are stocks that I'm adding to my watch list, and I'm waiting for them to hit critical areas. Those are the stocks that I'm watching. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do, Mark. I know you're busy. I'm not that busy. Just tell me what I'm actually have plenty of time right now. What would you like me to look at? But okay, so the big caps, I want them to hit certain levels, and I give them to you in the pit. Those are my watch list for the pit and other programs. So once they hit, I buy them. I only do them after the first hour of the day. The small cap stocks that I give you guys, you're only to trade those if they hit the buy levels or higher during the regular market session. You're not to touch them before the market opens. If you do, that's on you. Okay? All right. All right. Now, Hood, you want me to look at Hood? Hood is looking great. I like Hood. Remember, I drew this yesterday, this level right here. Here, let me delete this here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I like Hood. I like Hood. I would probably see Hood went all the way to the 50-day moving average and bounced. I need Hood to break out of this area right here. 141. You want to get Hood when it's above 141. Okay? And you wanted me to look at Tesla. I'll look at Tesla. I have time today. I'm not like that late. I don't have to go anywhere. Remember, I'm not going to work. I'm staying here today. Matt's coming here. An answer is right above the Hood request. All right. Tesla needs to get above this Tesla easy right here. See this high volume bar? We need to get above this high volume bar. We need to get above this area on Tesla. Look, folks, look at this. This has been the market lately. Okay. Can't make any money here. We need to break out of this range. Just like the SPY needs to break out of this range, which is, you could see how, remember, we're just going back to yesterday. I drew this for you and I said, we're going to stay choppy. For us to get out of this range, we need to get above this level. And now today we're above this level. And more importantly, we have 132 stocks making 90-day highs. We have actually something to the upside. Yesterday, this is what it looked like, 50. Remember yesterday I told you nothing is going to happen. It's my suggestion for all of you. Mark's question with the SPY at all-time highs, how do you get a level at the top with no top? Because I'm using overnight levels. That's why. I'm not using daily levels. I'm using overnight levels. I'm just looking at support and resistance, Mark, from overnight highs. This is between 4 p.m. yesterday and right now. Okay. All right. I'll look at a couple more from you and then I'm going to get out of here. So let's take a quick look. I know you guys really enjoyed this, so I'll draw this for you here. Okay. What was the next one we wanted to look at? You wanted me to look at IBM. IBM needs to break above this level right here, 290. I already looked at APA. XOP, yeah, XOP looks good. I like XOP. I like what it's doing, but it needs to clear the 50-day. It hasn't cleared it yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Naples fan. I have no idea. I'm just seeing things and I'm trying to A&T. A&T is looking beautiful. Actually, I'll add it to my list again. I don't know why I took it off my list yesterday. It's looking beautiful. And I told you that yesterday. It was on our list. Beautiful looking stock. Beautiful looking stock. Oklo, last one, Oklo. No, now it's got to trade above the 8-day EMA. And look at the 8-day and the May 8 and 15 are crossing each other. It's not a good sign. We want it to come back up here. Okay. All right, guys. Crude going up is slightly inflationary, but we're not really going up. It's just gyrating right now between 65 and 55. LHX, last one, looks great right now. This is what we want that stock to look like, Okla to look like. See how LHX looks like? That's what we want Okla to look like LHX. It looks great. It looks good. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank you for being here. Let me give you my links. First, VIP room tomorrow morning. Moondog, tell that to Google. I have nothing to do with it. There's my VIP room. And here's the link where I'll be talking about all the stuff, all the questions you guys are asking me, I'll be answering today. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, where Cam is going to be talking about, and Gustavo are going to be talking about swing trading and day trading. If you guys have any questions, not customer service, don't send me customer service emails. RogerScott.com. I bid you a farewell, and I'll see you all later. Have a great day today. Folks, please, 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 we want to make sure. So let me give you a parting shot. Here's the parting shot. We want to make sure that this is still here after the first half hour of the day. Okay? We want to make sure that this is still here first half hour of the day. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you. I don't know what's going on with YouTube giving everybody's thanks, but Piet DeBrog, Shiraz, Stacy, Bob, Beatrice, Richard, chats with Chaz. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Love you all. Thanks, guys. Bye. Be careful. Be careful. Do not do, and Fridays are very wacky. Be careful. We usually fizzle out after lunchtime, and I want to make sure that this thing holds at least half an hour to an hour, okay? Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Please let me know if you have a question, and remember, tomorrow at noon, members-only meeting. If you don't have something of mine, you're not going to get an invitation. Cheers.